This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com. So the next night you're doing SmackDown and ECW tapings in Pennsylvania, and there's something that really caught my eye in the notes. Cold Scorpio was given a dark match tryout of sorts against Rene Dupree. This is 2006, 9 years after, or 10 years after he debuted as Flash Funk. Who would have pushed for Scorp to get another look here 10 years later?
God, I don't even. It's funny. I remember the situation. I remember the match. I don't remember the circumstances surrounding it because Scorp was so beyond what he was in his prime and his peak.
It's probably 15 years after I saw him in WCW.
Yeah. I think everybody was kind of like, okay, but it was most likely a situation where he was looking for something, going to be in the area. Hey, we'll take a look.
I wonder in hindsight, because I've always felt like Scorpio was like way ahead of his time in terms of being a big guy who can do some of that aerial stuff that obviously we know the cruiserweights are going to take to another level a few years later. Do you think he had the disposition to be an agent or a coach or something like that or not? Because he always sort of struck me as just one of the boys.
He was a guy that could do some incredible moves.
Still wrestling these days too, by the way. Primetime debuts on Raw on September 4th. JTG and Shad are really one of the more underrated teams in company history. We just recently lost Shad not too long ago. By all accounts, a great guy. Any good Shad stories you remember you can share with us?
None that I can share. No, unfortunately.
Funny off-air stories.
Yes, funny off-air stories. But
by the way, JTG still looks good. I saw him at the old NWA pay-per-view the other day. Nice time. First time I met him.
Good for him. Both those guys always look good.
Let's get back to the Raw after the big pay-per-view. Vince runs into Coach in the back on a Bowflex for our product placement move of the night. Man, I kind of like when there's a random opportunity for branding inside of Raw, because it reminds me of the old Wayne's World skit where they're like, we would never be a corporate sellout, as they open the big Pizza Hut box and drink a delicious Pepsi. But what a better way to advertise than the most bang for their buck, because that's still on the network today, right?
And if you were wanting to bang tonight, then I would suggest that you, anyway.
Yeah, we don't know what our ads are right now, but that would have been a great spot.
That would have been a nice segue, right?
It would have, yeah. The rumor and innuendo at the time is that ECW had to be taped 2 weeks in a row because much of the ECW roster was unable to cross the border because of their criminal histories. Is that not a red flagged events that, boy, this thing might not be our best idea?
That wasn't the only thing that were red flags, but yeah, that's kind of a telltale sign.
Yeah, maybe not our best idea.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got the Spirit Squad. In this case, it's Mikey and Kenny. They're going to retain the World Tag Team titles over the Highlanders in 9 minutes and 59 seconds. Dave says the crowd was dead for this one, and then remarks, it's really amazing how quickly the Spirit Squad got over and how buried underground they got so fast. Behind the referee's back, Johnny hit Robbie with an enziguri, and Mikey pinned him 3/4 of a star. That really is the tale of Spirit Squad, right? They come in hot, working with all the top guys, and then they gone.
Then they're gone. They've gone. You know what? The rest of this I'm going to do all industrial when we're talking about finishes and shit. So that when they come in, the Spirit Squad comes in, all them male cheerleading. I got a O, I got a B, I got a Y. Obi. I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to spell, but it means that I ain't Obi anymore.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.